As an entrepreneur, do you also wait until you feel ready to show up? And then when you're finally ready to step into the spotlight, then you certainly will do it. That's an illusion. Your feeling of not being ready is not. My name is Marianne Böhnen. I'm guiding entrepreneurs and pioneers from their cocoon to their crown so that they bring out their message and their service and their gifts to the world and find their very own place in the world. You don't feel ready because you believe an old program. And this program tells you always you are not ready. And that is at the same time true and not true. So how's that? True is that part that speaks from an old state of being, which is the state of being of the childhood. And this is mostly unconsciously or half consciously, and meanwhile maybe a bit more consciously. And the other part, it's the false part, is that part that hasn't yet made visibility as a new habit. If you're a mentor or a trainer or a consultant, somebody that works with other people directly to develop them, then this video is for you, because self-employed mentors and consultants often have this very same hurdle and challenge. They're still searching for this good feeling within, right? This full energy, this I'm ready, I'm full, I'm just me, and nothing can stop me, and whatever it is. And this feeling is never coming. They wait forever. They just sit there and wait, and they never show up, basically. And if they try, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good. And in doing so, in waiting, keep on waiting, they miss out their inner growth, which is necessary. Because when you don't grow from the inside, you cannot create an outside growth as an entrepreneur. So your business cannot grow either. To make growth really possible, natural, organic growth for yourself, for your business, you need to have done this growth from within first. And that means growing out of this old state of beings or states of being that were coming from the early childhood. And many have this issue, and they are not going through it because this is not really often addressed out there. What happens instead, their mentors call this just the comfort zone, and the comfort zone is just something else, if you ask me. The comfort zone is just a more superficial layer of it. What's happening here, what I'm talking about, this is a very deep block, and this is never just one, this is always several or plenty blocks that really is draining the energy out of people. So this comfort zone belief is often just not true because many mentors don't go there. And they think, they're just not being ready. And these states of not being ready, they're coming from the old states of a traumatized voice within you. And this is happening from a deepest level in your nervous system. This is coming from the very deep layers in your body system. And technically speaking, if you go into that and want to have an image of the situation of this state of being, technically speaking, this means that infants and toddlers are never ready to speak freely as an entrepreneur. That makes sense, I believe, huh? They must first grow up. And that's the actual situation. They cannot throw themselves into mentorships of marketing, positioning, or copywriting, etc. No. This is inner work here, very deep inner work, which is absolutely necessary to go through. And many overlook this necessity, and this isn't addressed, that's what I said already, isn't addressed in business coaching. Not that I know. If you know some, let me know. If you recognize such states and feel stuck here right now within yourself, then you might want to look closer and you can discover which traumas block you and hold you back and drain your energy. And this can be, let's say, old layers or even old topics you've never touched yet, because what's happening in the body is often later in adulthood, very old, severe traumas from very old times show up like in the mid of your life, like in the 40s, in the 50s, which you never had a clue that they were inside of your body, right? They were not in your, or you always thought you're fine, there is nothing else in your nervous system. But that is not the truth, because the most severe topics, and this can be from your life or from other lives, which I mean here is transgenerational trauma, that shows up one day and blocks your path as an entrepreneur. And that comes up usually when you show up to the world. These old states of beings come up at the same time to tell you, hey, there's still work to do. You are not ready. And the old voices, they are not ready, and they will never be. You want to dissolve the reason, the cause, the source of everything, and then you will feel ready. If you skip that step and continue to be not ready, really not ready, and still continue to show up, do marketing, whatever you're doing, you will always have to fight. You will always have to push yourself, and you will always have to overcome obstacles. This leads often to burnout because it takes too much energy, and many entrepreneurs experience exactly that. If you are often running on empty but still let yourself being pushed to put on a show, that's not a healthy state of being, I can tell you. And it won't lead to the success, to no success actually. You won't get through in the long run. You won't have enough energy. You won't have enough power for it. Out there with clients, etc. And that's why waiting is double counterproductive as well for you. Because waiting until you're ready, that will never happen. When you have deep trauma still, you need to act here on that. The first thing is you want to act on dissolving the trauma, the original events of traumas, the sources of everything, so that you unblock your nervous system, so that the energy can free flow again and get back into your life in the present, away from the past. Then you won't have the exhaustion state of being anymore. You have your life energy for yourself, and you will feel like a completely new human being. I can tell you from experience. And the second is, the next one, after the first one, without the new habit of visibility, you'll never be ready. So you want to make it a habit afterwards, not before dissolving the old traumatic events from your life. So in both cases, therefore, you need to take action and certainly not waiting for anything. And for that, to be able to do that, you need inner space. What do I mean by that? You want to have inner freedom. Because you are right now in a very limited space where you can't act. You just can't show up, you can't do this, you can't feel good, etc., etc. So what you want to do first, create new space, freedom, expanse within you, where you can experience new experiences, right? So where you can get more space to move your body, your mind, your soul, your everything, to grow, to be able to create new results here and not always the same over and over again. So in order to to get that space, you need to get in a state of embodying expanse within. This is the inner freedom you want to have. And you won't find this freedom in thinking. That's important to understand here, very important. You find that inner freedom in perception, in embodiment, in working with your body and not with your mind. And this is exactly what my clients and my spaces are doing. And if you're ready to do the same, just try it out for yourself. Then you find a link under the video here. It's called Expanse, Entering Expanse, where you can completely for free enter this expanse within you and experience this new space for yourself. That will liberate your whole state of being right away. So just get to the link, enter an expanse, work it through, let me know how it goes. Then subscribe to the channel, and I see you in the next video for the next impulses for your path as an entrepreneur.